Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, US Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. Well, in today's video, we will be talking about USCIS and Trump administration unveil new changes affecting Americans. In a significant development, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, in collaboration with former President Donald Trump, has announced key changes that are set to affect the American people. These changes, aimed at streamlining processes and improving the immigration system, are expected to bring notable shifts in policy and its implementation. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services and former President Donald Trump have unveiled new policies that will impact the American people in several significant ways. These changes, which include proposals on immigration reform and asylum procedures, are designed to address ongoing challenges in the immigration system. In addition, Trump has raised the possibility of finding a solution for the Dreamers, young individuals who came to the U.S. as children. As the country prepares for these changes, it is crucial to understand the key aspects of the proposals and what they mean for the future of immigration in the U.S. Immigration reform and the Dreamers. One of the central topics discussed by President Trump and Republican lawmakers is the potential for a new immigration reform, specifically aimed at providing solutions for the Dreamers, those who arrived in the U.S. as children and have grown up as part of American society. Over the weekend, President Trump suggested that there is room for cooperation in finding a path forward for the Dreamers. According to Trump, this presents a great opportunity for Democrats, who have previously supported similar bipartisan bills. Trump emphasized that individuals who come to the U.S. as children should not be held accountable for their immigration status, but rather the adults who brought them here. While there has been a history of attempts to pass legislation for the Dreamers, many of these efforts have been blocked by the Democratic Party. Despite this, Trump expressed his eagerness to work on a compromise that would provide Dreamers with a sense of security and the possibility of permanent status in the U.S. Bipartisan cooperation on immigration. The Republican congressmen who have spoken on the issue are optimistic about the prospects for a bipartisan agreement on the Dreamers. They argue that the time for a solution is now, and it is possible to address this issue without trying to include additional groups in the legislation. Instead, they suggest focusing on securing legal status for those who are already here, specifically the Dreamers, before considering broader changes. The ongoing dialogue between President Trump and Republican lawmakers, including Maria Elvira Salazar, highlights a continued commitment to bipartisanship. However, the real test will be whether the Democrats are willing to work with the Trump administration to find a solution for the Dreamers, especially after repeated attempts have failed in the past. Changes to asylum procedures. In addition to the proposed immigration reforms, USCIS and the Department of Homeland Security have introduced a new rule that could have significant implications for asylum seekers. This rule, which focuses on the application of mandatory prohibitions during credible fear assessments, allows asylum officers to deny asylum or suspension of removal to individuals who pose a risk to national security or public safety. Under this rule, asylum officers will collaborate with authorities from the asylum seeker's home country to determine if the individual has a criminal record or poses any other security threat. If there is any doubt about the applicant's background, they may be denied asylum and expelled from the country. This rule is part of a broader effort to expedite the removal of individuals who may represent a danger to the U.S. Technology and security measures. As part of the Trump administration's broader efforts to address illegal immigration, there is also a push to use new technologies to monitor individuals awaiting asylum decisions. One of the key measures being implemented is the use of ankle shackles or electronic monitoring devices. These devices are intended to help authorities track individuals who are waiting for their asylum hearings, ensuring they comply with the process and can be located if necessary. The cost of these devices is far less than the cost of detaining individuals in a facility. While detaining someone can cost upwards of $150 per day, using technology to track them reduces this cost to just $8 per day. This cost-saving measure is seen as a practical way to enhance security while ensuring that individuals are accountable during their asylum process. Conclusion. As USCIS and the Trump administration implement these changes, the impact on immigration policy and the American people will become clearer. From the potential reform for the Dreamers to new rules for asylum seekers, these changes represent a significant shift in U.S. immigration policy. Whether these reforms will gain bipartisan support and lead to meaningful changes remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the coming months will be critical in shaping the future of immigration in the United States. As these new changes unfold, it remains to be seen how they will impact individuals, families, and businesses across the country. The collaboration between USCIS and former President Trump marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing evolution of U.S. immigration policy. The full effects of these changes will become clearer in the coming months, and citizens are urged to stay informed and prepared. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. But first, see you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel US Immigration News. We hope you are doing great. Well, in today's video, we will be talking about USCIS and Trump administration unveil new changes affecting Americans. USCIS and former President Donald Trump have announced significant changes that could impact the American people, focusing on immigration reform, asylum procedures, and the dreamers, young individuals who arrived in the US as children. This video are part of a broader effort to address challenges in the US immigration system and provide solutions for people already living in the country. One of the central discussion is the possibility of immigration reform to provide a permanent solution for dreamers. Over the weekend, President Trump suggested that there may be room for a bipartisan agreement on this issue. He emphasized that children who arrived in the US through no fault of their own should not be blamed for their immigration status, despite previous failures in passing legislation. Trump expressed optimism about reaching a compromise with the Democrats to offer dreamers a sense of security and pathway to citizenship. Trump also pointed out that if the Democrats are truly committed to bipartisanship, now is the time to act. Republican lawmakers, including Maria Elvira Salazar, Trump's sentiments urging Democrats to work together to secure legal status for dreamers before considering other immigration groups. They argue that the focus should be on the individuals who are already in the US rather than adding more groups to the discussion. The challenge, however, remains whether the Democratic Party will collaborate with the Trump administration to resolve the issue. In addition to immigration reform, USCIS and the Department of Homeland Security have introduced a new rule that changes asylum procedures. The rule allows asylum officers to deny asylum or suspension of removal for individuals who pose a national security or public safety risk. By working with authorities from the asylum seekers' home country, officers can determine if the individual has a criminal history or poses other risk. These new measures aims to expedite the removal of individuals who may threaten US safety. To further enhance security, the Trump administration is implementing the use of ankle shackles or electronic monitoring devices for individuals awaiting asylum decision. This device helps authorities track individuals more efficiently, with a significant cost-saving advantage while detaining someone costs around $150 per day. Using monitoring technology reduces the cost to just $8 per day. Together, these changes represent a pivotal shift in a US immigration policy, focusing on providing security and resolving long-standing issues. The success of these efforts will depend on a bipartisan cooperation and the willingness of both parties to find common ground.